Hi guys and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to yet another ReZero episode reaction for the channel. Today we are checking out episode number 16 of season 2 of ReZero. Already episode 16, that's crazy. We are probably fast approaching the end of season 2. I imagine there's maybe 12 episodes this half of season 2, 25 episode season, maybe 26, maybe 13 in each half of the season. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if I really want to know because it might give away a couple of things. When I know that things are coming close to the end, I might start to speculate what could happen to wrap things up. That's not important right now. What's important is that we're checking out episode number 16 today. We are gonna dive right into this one very soon. I think the last episode was incredible. Honestly, last episode was such a great episode, and I'm very interested to know what we're gonna get this time around now that Subaru and Emilia have kind of more of a mutual understanding, or at least they're both people around each other. I would say, like, they're no longer just like shy Emilia who's always very kind, very nice, and only ever says nice things, never upsets anyone or anything like that. And then Subaru, who is super over the top and super in love with Emilia. Like, we have real people now who have exposed themselves to each other. They've shared some of their weaknesses with one another, and I'm excited to see how that flourishes and blooms and goes further beyond this point. And I hope that we get to see that from this episode on. But we got to start with Garf, and Garf has been beat up very badly, so I wonder if that will prevent him from transforming, prevent him from really fighting or anything like that. It could definitely make things very interesting here depending on what happens next. So yeah, we're just going to dive right into this. I just want to give a heads up though, I'm not feeling the best today, so I don't know if my post-talk analysis will really kind of like be a super long one. I might just kind of, touch upon everything and kind of give my thoughts, but I don't really want to record for too long today because my throat's sore, my head's sore, my nose is very congested, so apologies for that. I don't know why I have been just hit with such a shitty wave of illness, not feeling well all of a sudden. But yeah, if you guys enjoy this video, please leave a like and subscribe if you have not done so already, and comment down below letting me know if you have any natural remedies or help, whatever, for getting constant colds, flus, all of that. I'd love to hear, because at this point I need something, anything. But yeah, we're just going to dive right into this one. Season 2 of ReZero, episode number 16. Let's go. One thing I also want to say is I deeply apologize for the terrible audio that was coming from my mic in the previous episode. I have since done some checks and it seems to have fixed itself. I don't know why. For that last episode, my microphone audio sounded faulty and it sounded really bad. I haven't done anything different, so it really just makes no sense to me, but we're hopefully back. It should be fine again now. So yeah, let us just dive right into this one and hope that there's none of those problems present once again. Is this a young Emilia? Ryuzu, rather? And a baby Garf? Oh, that's Shima. Damn, what did he see? What did he experience in there? That's awful. Oh, his head? Did he give himself the scar? In this moment? He reached up and felt his head, so what did he see in relation to his head? Jeez. Did he see a future rather than his past? Like... Aww. I'm sure he's got a lot of pain inside him. Oh, he did. No, he didn't. He didn't kill anyone. Smash up the entrance. What? Oh, because you want everyone to be trapped in here. Yeah, you don't want people to get out. Yup. He admits it. At least he admits it. Every other damn thing is the problem. Alright, let's see what these problems are. Tell us a little about yourself, Garf. What did you see in the sanctuary? Ooh. Look who stepped up. You're just a little guy at the end of the day. You're still that little guy who smashed his head against a rock. You see yourself in him. Right up until today. Now you're being forced to face it all on head first. You've already found what it is you're looking for. Bah. Once. Over and over. How many times did you try Garf? Tell us about her. Oh shit, we get to see her? Left behind with Shima? Psh, we know you've got mommy issues. Aww, she went to make things better for you guys when you broke them out. Oh my god, the way he's backing up as Subaru steps forward, that's crazy. He's trying to escape the words, he's trying to escape this idea. He doesn't hate her, does he? Did you want a family? Is that it? Aww. And you think you getting out of here would make her unhappy? Oh. That's such a twisted way of thinking when you're as young as he was. That's awful. During the test, what did you see? She died? Oh my god. I need to know the truth behind why she left. Unless it literally is as he's saying right now. And if that's the case, she sucks. But I feel like there has to be more. Aww. That's such a crazy way to think from a young age. It's very selfless, but and I can't explain it fully. Oh my god, the way he switched it up. Ooh. Oh, he's hulking up. He will be the barrier. Ooh. Oh, he's going. Jeez, here we go. I didn't think he had it in him after taking a beating against Ramen Auto. Oh. Oh, he is. Pink sweet idiot. He is sweet. But he is also an idiot. We better... Oh no. Not again. You're odd. Oh, okay. I was like, what just happened? What? What is happening here? Like, does he have something in his hand? He's punched him? Ah, he stabbed him with the... Okay, I see. He has a fake right now? Is that it? That's the real one? Ah, duh. I should have known.
さてな、そん中にとんでもなく腹ペコな猫でも入ってるんじゃないか。
僕のアシストはここまでだよ。
Puck?
口聞けないでピカピカやかましいやつだ。
Puck lives on?
俺を止めたきゃお前の手で止めろ。ビビって自分の血に逃げるな。臆病者のビビり野郎。俺たちは外の世界へ行く。
Yep, we're getting out of here.
聖域は開かれる。お前が望まなくても。
It's happening, Garf. Choose the winning side.
ここは変わらないままでいいんだよ。ずっとこのまま
But you need to change, Garf.
俺たち全員に追い込まれてるみたいに一人じゃどうにもならない時が必ず来るぜ。明日にでも今この時にも倒されろガーフィール。数の力を思い出す。もっと他に言い方があんだろうが。
Jeez. He took it? He took it and he didn't budge. He stayed as still as he could. He took a beating just now, a big whack. But he's not budging. That's his conviction right now. A tooth and everything? Jeez. The wall?
ばあちゃんや他の連中も立ち止まった。それでしまいだ。終わりなんだよ。勝手に見限ってんじゃねえ。いつだってどんな時だってやりたい、変わりたいと。
Hell yeah. That's your starting line. Let's go.
歩き出すの誰がどうして諦めろなんて言えるんだ。そうだろガーフィール。
That's absolutely right. Let's go. We're gonna do this all together. All of us. Come on. And Ram. Oh. I love that he keeps bringing her up. He's not forgetting about her. What? Sattler? You gonna do something? Or is this Subaru's gonna do something? What are you doing? Oh, shit! Unseen hand? No way! Subaru got the unseen hand! That's the authority of Sloth coming to life! Finally! Oh, it took a while. It took a while, but here we are. We have unlocked that authority. The authority of Sloth is here. And we are gonna do things with it. That's so cool. That's exciting. Oh, he's literally not gonna stop until he is down for the count. He's a real Rocky type. Patrash! Oh no, don't kill the guy. Jeez, Patrash. Holy shit. I mean, she's the GOAT. We love Patrash, and she finally got her own back. She finally showed him strength in numbers. Aww. Join us, Garf. Side with us. Nobody can lift a Quain stone alone. What does that even mean? Yeah, that's a very Garf quote right there. I don't know what any of this stuff means that he says. I don't know. Unseen hand, unperceived impact. An invisible providence. We'll just call it unseen hand. Aww. So sweet. That can't be nice on her knees. Batrash, I hope you've got your head on his lap. Oh no. What the hell? You gave him the Patrash special? Might? Just say thank you. We're glad.
夏希さんも
Yeah, that was a very, like, intimate stare into each other's eyes kind of moment.
ありがとな
Aww. Thanks, Patrash. Aww, he's getting the Emilia special from Ram. That's so sweet. I'm sure that might be nice for him, but yeah.
起きたの
He's probably feeling a lot right now. He is broken, full of emotion. Jeez. That was crazy, Ram. Are you alright? Yeah, get off of me. I can be nice. Yes, you can, Ram, but that was very mean.
女の本音が聞きたければもっと工夫しなさい
Try a little harder.
ガーフあなたバカなんだから
Oh, he's a silly guy.
今後は何も考えずに頭空っぽで戦いなさい
Just head empty,
様のためにね
hand swinging.
負けたな認めるけどな認めるのと下るのとは話が別だなんだ
That's very true.
今から続きを
つべこべうるさい
Stop yammering.
負けたでしょ負け猫ガーフ
Perfect loser, what?
好きな女の前でどれだけ惨めになれば気が済むの
Ooh.
そうだ俺様は自分が間違ってたとは思わねえこんな半端な気分でてめえらに
半端にとどまっていたくないなら立ち止まっていないことを証明すればいいわ
Go and do it yourself.
ガーフが変われるのかそれともうずくまったまま動けない小さな子供のままなのか
Yep, you need to overcome that, Garf. You need to overcome this yourself. Yep. Don't give up on yourself. There's a lot of value in your life, Garf. You're a very important guy, despite everything.
まあ大丈夫よガーフ泣くほ
He
ど
will
怖い
be
のなら
alright.
ラムが慰めてあげるわ
Aww.
付き合いのよしみで
An old friend. And this smile. That's something you would not really see from Ram. I love this that we're getting two perspectives, potentially, of the trial, Garf's and Emilia's. Because they both have a lot of stuff to go through and both of them can overcome these trials together. They can lean on each other's strength as they face these trials together, if that makes sense. Oh, what are we going to learn? Okay, here's the dirt path. I think the one where you were abandoned by your mother. It looked like earlier. You were left behind with Ryuzushima and Frederica, of course. Your mother looks happy. What was her reason for leaving?
ええリュウズ様にはご迷惑をおかけしてしまいますけど問題はこの子らの気持ちの方じゃ
Yeah. 2 crystals.
こんなクソだ
Damn.
ごめんねふーちゃんあなたにもたくさん心配かけちゃうわよねいいんですでもガーフがかわいそうで
He needs a mother.
お母さんどちだもの
Just so clumsy.
大変な思いをさせちゃうわ
What?
嫌だ
Where are you going?
母さん外に
Why are you going?
これをお母さん行ってくるわね
But can we get a reason?
とあなたのお父さんを
You went to find
それまで待っていてね
Garf's father? Because you're saying it to him?
違う
Oh, you went to do something good.
幸せになるために
And
お母様は
oh, that's awful.
私のこともガーフのことも愛してくれていましたわ家族のためにお母様は聖域を出たそのことに不満があるんですの
He won't be content, no.
愛されていない方が気が楽だったですものね
Yeah. How you could be abandoned, I guess.
自分の傷を正当化できる
That makes a lot of sense.
何も知らねえくせに母さんがこの後
知らないはずないでしょ知らないはずがない仮にお母様がこの後すぐに不幸に見舞われたのだとしたらそれをおばあ様から聞かされないはずがないでしょガーフあなたはもう幼い子供ではないのですから
Yeah. He was a child. He was not ready for such things.
本当は覚えていたのでしょ
And Echidna did not show him such things. Oh, you wanted to forget the kiss? No. Oh, no. That's really sad.
俺様どうしたらいい？
こんな小さいお姉ちゃんにまで頼らなき
Uh,
ゃ答えも出せませんの。
姉ちゃんしか頼れねえ。
you need to go and find her and give her a hug or something.
どうしたいんですの？
He wants to go find you at this point. He doesn't want to lose the only family he has.
求められてることして。
Liberate.
求めること。
Oh, Frederica wants you to liberate this place.
俺様を
And you're gonna do that, and she's gonna make the place better for them, because that's what she went to do.
どうしてそんな風に思うんですの？
The strength in numbers.
そいつらが思い出させてくれた。
You're stronger with more people. You're stronger with your sister, Garf. Oh, the smile.
俺を愛し
She
てくれ
did.
たことは
I'm sorry that she died, though. That's awful. He passed the trial.
似合わねえ面してんじゃねえよババアたち。
Uh,
心配かけて悪かった。
it took a pep talk from Ram and the words and confidence from your sister. Even though that wasn't your real sister, you know, it was an emulation of your sister.
ただ区切りやつけてきたつも
Aw.
りだ。
Yeah, I guess there's no telling if he passed, because Echidna wasn't there to tell him he passed.
そいつは俺様の役目じゃねえ。
Ah.
私のお仕事だもの。
You just wanted closure. Okay, that makes sense for his character. That makes a lot of sense.
俺様が試練に納得できたのは多分てめえの
Probably.
ことよ。
Aw.
お前今俺言った。
Don't make it weird.
確かに俺様が負けた。けどな、もしてめえらがここを開いてババアたちが不幸になったら容赦しねえ。
If the old hags suffer, people he cares about.
口だけやろうじゃねえってとこをきっちり見届けてやれ。先生うまくやれや。大将。
Boss.
すごく赤い顔して
He got embarrassed.
俺たちのてっぺんはエミリアタンなんだな。
男兄弟ができたみたいな気分なんでしょう。年上なんだから多めに見なさい。
Little bro.
ガーフは今年でようやく14
14? He's a baby.
12じゃねえか。
He's a baby, but he can beat your ass any day. Even if you beat him last time, that was a good fight that you had,
あん
Subaru.
まり長いしても覚悟が鈍るだけだから。
Your resolve will waver, really? Yeah, it makes sense. If you think too long about something, you'll start to worry and panic.
だからほら、さっきの
The kiss. You're talking about it?
大事なことだから。
Aww.
試練と他のたくさんのことが片付いてからゆっくりお話。
今から終わった後の相談なんて結構余裕あんだね。
Hell yeah, she's confident she's got this time.
虚勢張ってるだけかもしれないわよ。
I don't think so. I think you've got this.
俺とエミリアタンのデート券
I
をかけてもいい
did with
ぜ。
you on that.
はいはい。
She's got this.
それじゃ行ってきます。
行ってらっしゃい。
Go get him, Tiger.
男に気をつけてね。
Cars and boys?
バカ言わないで。
今一歩のギルティーラウ。
What?
男が下がんぜ大将。お前のその言い回しも中二ってわかると納得だ。
Now I know you're a child.
あのよ。
That's
大
funny.
将にちっとばかし謝んなきゃいけねえことがあってよ。大将に何でも相談してみ。
Your boss.
言っててはずいなこれ。
Nah.
俺様見ちまった。あ？大将がそのなんだ。
Ah, he saw it. The kiss? No?
忘れてた。だってお前が入る流れになるとか。
Wait, what?
やっぱ大将は底なしの大バカ言い。
Was it not the
負
kiss?
けた相手が大将でよかったってな。うるせえ忘れろ。ガキじゃねえんだから見ないふりして。
Was it something a lot more like, let's not talk about it because they're kids kind of way?
頑張れ。君なら
Give
で
it
きる。
your best, absolutely.
俺もパックも応援してる。これが済んだらデートしようぜ。
Let's go to date. Did he write that? That's what he went to do.
バカなんだから。
That's what he did that night. He went to this graveyard and wrote a bunch of... Oh, it's so sweet. Oh. It's so cute though. He went in there and just wrote all these things to kind of make your time easier when you entered. Echidna? Oh. Nah. Echidna, pack it up. Well, it's good to see Echidna back. She was sorely missed for sure. She's just saying all these mean things for no reason. Witch's daughter? Is she Sadler's daughter? Emilia, the frozen witch. Oh. The malice of a fellow witch. Oh, nobody can lift a Quain stone alone. Garf quote for the name of the episode. That was very interesting way to end that with the acknowledgement that Emilia is a witch. Like, the connotations of a witch, what does that mean? Are there more than just like the witches of like the sins? Like, if you're literally a witch, does that mean you're one of those? To be called the daughter of a witch? So that would insinuate that she is the daughter of one of the 7 witches of sin, perhaps? But at that point, you're left with the question of who, and the obvious answer right there is Sadla. But there's not really been anything to indicate that that is the case, except for her appearance. So I'm gonna take that quote right there with a little grain of salt just for now, until we get more information that solidifies that fact, and I can kind of, you know, confidently say that she is indeed the daughter of Sadla. But we haven't got that answer right now, so not that I'm going to skim over that, but I'm not going to, you know, spend too much time talking about that specifically, even though that's kind of a huge thing that was said here. And so that was season 2 episode number 16 of ReZero. Just real quick before I start a post-talk analysis, like I said at the beginning of this video, I don't think this is going to be a very long post-talk analysis, simply because I don't feel well at all. My throat hurts, my head hurts, just there's too much going on that it's really hard for me to focus. It's really hard to actually do this. Like, I'm surprised I was able to record an episode at all in general today. But yeah, we're still going to talk about this. I thought this was an incredible episode, such an amazing, honestly, perfectly great episode. So it's a shame I don't think I'll be able to give it the full treatment I normally do, but if I have anything more to say I realize I want to say while editing this, I will for sure either add little notes during the edit, or I will, of course, you know, talk about it at the beginning of the next episode. So apologies that this might not be as much as the usual from me, but no more yapping, might as well just get into it since I say I'm not going to talk for long, right? So the episode begins with a little tease for Garfiel flashback, and it's really upsetting because we see a literal baby, not literal baby, but he is very much baby. He's very young. I would guess he's like 6, 7, 8 years old here. I'm not sure. They've probably stated how long ago it's been since Garf tried out this trial at some point during the series. I've forgotten how long ago it was. If they have stated that, please let me know down below. Let's say he's 6 or 7 years old here. He is a child, and he saw his mother leave him, essentially. He was too young to understand what was happening, why it was happening, and just anything else. He just saw her leave, and that upset him. That made him very sad. He saw her give him a kiss on the forehead, and that set him off. He smashed his head against the side of the building until he left himself with nothing but a bloody scar. The skin that she kissed, no longer there. It's gone. Nothing left but a scar. And yeah, it's sad, but it also is very ironic because, you know, when you think about it, if you're writing like a love letter or something, how do you signify a kiss? An X, right? So it's almost like this kiss that he got in his forehead, it's forever present now. So I don't think that was his choosing, his intention. I can imagine there was some sort of decision choice behind making it a cross, like an X, rather than just like a big scar. Like, I know a big X looks cooler and everything too, so that might have played into it, but I imagine the X itself probably has that meaning as well. So it's got a double meaning, kind of, where like one, it's just a scar, probably means nothing to him and he was trying to get rid of the kiss, but secondly, it's forever with him now. It's never going away because he's literally got that kiss on his head. But yeah, we see Shima run in there and bring him out, and yeah, that's, I guess, bringing us back to what he saw, what she saw, and the things that they shared together, I guess, those memories that nobody else knew about, and why she was outcast from being a crystal defender, I can't remember, protector, I guess. So that was basically the last time she was a crystal protector, was those moments right there. And whenever Garf leaves, he just bashes his head, and he is so distraught and upset. He's too young to understand. But that changes, of course, by the end of the episode. Subaru does not stand back from Garf. Garf is screaming and stepping up the steps towards them. Emilia stands in front of him and puts her arms out, and, you know, basically it's like, you're going to do no harm here. I know you're scared. I've been scared. I feel the same things you feel. We're both very similar in that sense. And Garf is just basically being like, you know, you don't know me. You don't know anything. I'm going to stop everyone from getting out of here. And Subaru's like, it's your mother, and that sets him off. He starts backing up. He is distancing himself from the words that Subaru is saying. So in a visual sense, you know, this was told very dramatically. This was told very physically, because we can literally see him trying to distance himself from these words. The words that he knows to be true, or that he has been feeling, or that he has felt. You know, there's a lot of things going on there, and we don't know really what's going on in Garf's mind at this point. We can only make assumptions. But yes, Subaru is not backing down. Subaru is not running away from any of this. He is stepping forward, and he is saying, it's your mother. You hate your mother. Why do you hate your mother? What does she do? And Garf basically then breaks down and says, I am not running away and doing all this because I hate her. In fact, I'm happy for her. I want her to live a happy life. I wanted her to live a happy life. She left us behind so that she could go and find her happiness. And that's okay. I'm fine with living with knowing that much, simply because then it means I know that she can be happy. But then he also then reveals that he learned shortly after she left that, well, I don't know if it was shortly after, but he learned anyway that she was dead. And the sadness in knowing that is that they would have been dead too, that being Garf and Frederica, if they had gone with her. So in a sense, she saved their lives without intentionally doing so. At this point, we are kind of being told to believe that she left them behind so she could go find her happiness. And I just don't, at this point while watching, I didn't believe that to be true. And especially when the previous episode, you know, kind of ended in a sense of like, Emilia needs to find her happiness. She needs to walk towards that path. I didn't think that this would be the mother's path to happiness, leaving her children behind, especially when Garf feels so strongly about her as he does here. Even though he was a baby when she left, and he has no memories or recollection or anything of her, just what he saw in this trial. So with that said, if he, well, you know, there's no saying he doesn't have any memories, but with that said, if he doesn't have memories because he was a literal baby, did this image that Echidna conjured up actually resemble his mother? Or was this just someone that he kind of took based on designs of the two children and kind of mocked up a design? Like, is this literally what his mother looked like? Or is this just Echidna trying to, you know, fill that empty person? And like, something really interesting about Garf here is that he's explaining his motives in a very selfless sense almost, but he's being selfish at the same time because he's preventing, you know, people from being liberated. Like, he is choosing to prevent a liberation here, simply because he sees his mother's sacrifice of the children as something that he must carry the burden of, simply because what he felt served a purpose. And, you know, all the sadness, all those lonely nights, everything that he felt, it was serving a purpose for her. and he wants to believe that. So it's just very strange and interesting to hear that coming from a character like Garf. I was not expecting it, especially if this is something he's been feeling since he was a child. Garf says he's going to become a barrier. He's going to become the wall. Good for him. I think that that's a great motive. You know, if he really does feel this strongly and he wants to prevent this, sure, be that wall. But at the same time, your thinking and your logic is twisted. You don't know everything, and you need to go through this trial again. Now that you're older, and now that you can learn things. Now that you can actually see what really happened without being clouded by the emotions of being a young child. So what happens now? Now Garf is about to transform. He is going to make sure this sanctuary comes down. He's going to destroy the graveyard in order to prevent anyone from getting out. Prevent any sort of liberation happening in the future. And yeah, at this point, Subaru is also kind of, you know, explained that Frederica is trying to help make the outside better for when Garf frees everyone. But yeah, I guess that's not going to happen because Garf wants to destroy the place. And so Emilia steps up to fight Garf here. But Subaru says, nah, this is up to me. I will do this. I will beat him and I will make him step down, because that's all that's going to happen here. If I can make him step down, he will have to admit that he lost. And so Subaru charges in head first, screaming to his body, you know, please be able to take this. And he calls forth Shamak once again. And we know he has been told by Ferris not to do this because his body won't be able to take it. His odd is, you know, it's broken. His gate is shattered. Like, everything is just wrecked. But he does it anyway. And this time his body comes through, it looks like. There's a crack. There's some sort of you know, breaking of, I couldn't tell if it was like his odd or his gate. I'm not sure. We've seen that symbolism before in this series. So I don't know what it was that kind of broke there, but it kind of indicates that Mana was able to get through this anyway. Maybe like this is a sort of like barrier that Ferris put on him, on his gate or whatever, to prevent anything from getting out, but his body was able to break it out. That's my best guess anyway. And in using Shamak, he's able to kind of get around Garf. Garf is surprised, Garf is confused because of this shadow magic, and he is able to slip around him and stab Garf's arm with Frederica's crystal, and Garf is confused as to how he has Frederica's crystal and how this was able to do anything. And it's because Puck is inside the crystal. I'm not entirely sure what this means. I really don't. I don't understand this. Yeah, but Puck is here in this crystal, and that's good. I think it means Puck isn't dead. Yeah. I don't fully understand this scene. I hope we get an explanation, and I hope that Emilia was aware of this. I hope that this wasn't news to her, because that would have been very shocking to her. But anyway, Puck is there, and Puck is able to do something to stop him, make him return to being a human. He's no longer half beast anymore, or beast, whatever he was. Like, his transformation is moot now at this point, because he's back to being regular old Garf. And that's, you know, when Garf shows that he is Rocky, he is not going to stop. Garf is walking forward and Subaru is standing there, basically saying like, nothing has to change. We just want to get out of here. You can do whatever you want, but there's going to be a time you're going to need someone. You are doing all this by yourself. And here's where our strength lies. Our strength lies in our numbers. And Garf is not happy with those words that he's saying. And he swings and he hits Subaru right there in the cheek. Pretty powerful punch and swing, it looked like, but Subaru doesn't even, you know, he doesn't flinch. He keeps his head straight and he is staring Garf in the eyes, basically saying, I'm not going to budge, I'm not going to move for you. We are going to win this. And he even spits out a tooth because of this smack. His cheek has swollen up, and yeah, he's still standing there. He is victorious in all this. And Subaru is pleading with Garfiel, not to give up on himself. You know, stay true to yourself. Whenever you find yourself longing and looking for help or anything, that's where you begin. It's not over yet. You're only beginning. Your start line is here. And yeah, I think that that's a very interesting and honestly poetic way to put that, because I do think there's a lot of hope for Garf. I know that he's done some terrible, awful things to us and our friends in the past this season, but in this timeline, he hasn't really done any of that. He's just been trying to do what we know he would do. He hasn't killed anyone, but he has fought. And I think that that can be forgiven, all things considered, like if we forget what he did in the past in other timelines, because that's not necessarily fair to think about, because that's not what's happening here. And he is a character that has been acting on emotion. And Garf does not like what Subaru's saying, so he goes to punch him again. And this time Subaru braces himself. It looks like he's bracing himself for the punch. But that's when all of a sudden unseen hand springs out of him and smacks Garf away. It's hard to tell, did Subaru sense this punch was coming, this hit was coming? What happened there? Like, I can't really tell, because he did refer to it as something else a little later on, and I'm not really sure how to interpret that. But yeah, basically, to someone like Garf, he did not see this hand. He just got whacked away by just some unknown force. And still he keeps coming back. Rocky will not stay down. He is stumbling forward, and that's when Petrash comes back. And Petrash was smacked around by Garf on day one when they arrived. So this is her moment to give him his comeuppance and smack him around. And she does just that, and it is so hilarious. We love Petrash here, and she gets her one up here, and everyone's laughing basically. Unperceived impact. So I'm guessing that's some sort of like, you know, he could tell he was going to get hit, but he instead decides that he's going to call all of this invisible providence, and that's hilarious. He wakes up on Emilia's lap and he's as happy as can be, and then he sees Otto and he gets up and he turns into Petrash. He gives Otto the Petrash special headbutt straight to the chest and sends Otto flying. But he's happy that Otto's okay. He's just unhappy that he was reckless. And yeah, they have this really sweet moment together then. And that's when we have this hilarious moment where Ram is doing the exact same thing with Garf that Emilia was doing for Subaru, where he was resting on her lap. And as soon as Garf wakes up, he's like, okay, like, he basically makes it clear that he's fine, and that's when Ram's like, okay, then get off me, and shoves him off. She is not Emilia, and that couldn't be any more clear here. She is not as sweet and as kind, but she is very sweet and kind because she was able to, even willing to do this in the first place. And yeah, Ram's like, you're a dumbass, and because you're a dumbass, why do you even fight thinking? Like, just fight without thinking. Just head empty and start throwing fists, start throwing hands, and that's where your strength lies. It's hilarious. And I don't understand what Ram says here, where she says, if you want to, like, don't act like this, continue to act like this in front of the woman you love. Is she referring to herself or Emilia? Because she mentioned Emilia a little bit before that. I don't think he is in love with Emilia, though that would be very interesting. I think she was referring to herself here, because that's been pretty clear throughout the series so far that he has feelings for Ram. And Ram basically is like, hey, stop being a little bitch and get in there and do the trial. And that's exactly what he does. Like, he listens to Ram, and Ram is able to get through to him because she is very tough love kind of a, you know, person, and she doesn't give him all these niceties and, you know, dance around in circles for him. She explicitly tells him, hey, you need to get in there, you need to do this for yourself, and you need to get over all this. Like, it's going nowhere for you. You need to fall in line. And yeah, Garf goes in and he does the trial, and that's where we get the flashback that shows his actual past when his mother left. And yeah, she did not want to leave necessarily, but she wanted to go find Garf's father. So Garf's father might be an important figure in the future, and Garf's father did leave them, and that's kind of something I suspected a while ago. I did mention that at one point, but whoever he is, he left, and that makes this all the more sad, because that means she left to go do something nice to bring their family together, and in going to do that, she ended up dying, and that's horrible. It's so upsetting to think about. And baby Frederica is able to basically be like, yeah, believing what you believed in helped make this easier, but she did not abandon you just to go find happiness. She left to go do something else, and you need to fully understand that. And it's all about him getting closure here. And yeah, I really love the conversation he had with Frederica here, because it really goes to show his line of thinking and why he thought about that, and it goes to show the relationship he has with his sister. She cares about him a lot, and this is one of the first times we see that he cares about her a lot, and I can't wait to see their reuniting. I think it's going to be a very bittersweet moment. I think it's going to be very much something that both of the characters need. Something he needs especially. He needs his family. And especially after all this talk of strength in numbers. And so Garf says that he will do what is expected of him. And I guess that is to do the liberation, because Frederica expects that of him. And that doesn't mean he's going to go on and do all these other trials. He explains that he won't. But that scene with the flashback with his mother and Frederica and everything was beautiful, adorable, and it really sheds a lot of light on Garf, and he gets some really great closure. His smile at the end of that indicates that he's got some great closure here within this trial, and he will now be able to look forward opposed to always looking back. That's then when Garf comes out with a really positive, upbeat attitude. He goes to the Ryuzus and he, rubs their heads and everything. He speaks to Ram and then says it's not his job to finish all the trials. It's not his job to finish this. That's Emilia's. But he is glad that he was able to get this closure here. And he thanks Subaru for giving him the confidence and giving him what he needed to go forth and do this trial. And I think that says a lot about his character. The fact that he was able to thank Subaru here. But yeah, Garf basically ends up getting really embarrassed when Subaru makes him feel weird for saying thank you and everything. It's a humorous scene, but then we do learn that Garf is younger than Subaru. Garf is not even 14 yet. He's 13. So that's crazy. And yeah, Emilia, she is going to go face this trial, and she says she wants to talk to Subaru about their kiss when she finishes the trial. And she is very thankful for everything that Subaru has done. She appreciates it all, and she decides that she's going to go forth. And yeah, she gets in there and she sees the writing on the wall that Subaru did. The reason why he was late why he left the bedroom that night, because he went in here and he wrote all these things on the wall. He drew little silly pictures of Puck and everything, and he wished her the best. He wished her all the luck in the world and just all these really beautiful things. It goes to show how much he means, or how much he thinks about her, and it explains why he didn't want to reveal what he was doing as well, because he didn't want to spoil the surprise for her. But at the same time, like she said, why did you have to leave me anyway? Like, that caused a whole can of worms to open. The fact that he left it caused a lot of problems, but it shows that he did it out of these like really thoughtful meanings and these thoughtful intentions. But yeah, I don't know what the scene where Garf says that he walked in on Subaru's about. I guess it's something inappropriate that, yeah, let's just move on from that, because these are kids. We're not going to talk weird. Emilia gets in there, and then, like I said at the beginning of the thing, like I've already talked about this with Echidna, Emilia goes in there with Echidna, and she's basically called the daughter of a witch and berated for even attempting the trial again after her poor display the first time. And Emilia says, I am the witch of the snow or something. What is the ice witch? What does she call herself? Frozen witch, born in Elior Forest, and she is here to complete these trials. She will not give in to the malice of a fellow witch. Excited to learn more about that whenever we get more about that, because that's really, really interesting to me. And it's great to see Emilia stand up and kind of pull a Subaru with the point. I think that was adorable. That's very Subaru to like point and exclaim what you're going to do, and exclaim your worth and everything, and make sure to prove that you're not going to roll over for someone. That's a very Subaru thing to do, and it shows that he's rubbing off on her a bit. But yeah, what a great episode this was. I wish I could talk more about it, but my throat, I'm already feeling it very sore. I need to wrap this one up, so I deeply apologize. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe if you've not done so already, and comment down below letting me know any cures for sickness. I need them. And yeah, we're gonna wrap this one up. If you guys do want more content like this, hit the notification bell and share this with a friend, of course, if you think they would enjoy ReZero reaction content. And with that said, I hope that you guys are having a great day today and that you're able to take it easy. I will see you in the next one. Take care.